Why is forced perspective so effective in horror filmmaking? Imagine looking at a scene where a tiny figure seems to be facing a giant creature, or a small object appears menacingly close. That's the magic of forced perspective. It's a simple but powerful trick used in horror movies to mess with what we see and feel. This technique makes things look bigger, smaller, closer, or farther away than they really are, all within the camera frame. It's like an optical illusion that tricks your brain into seeing something unnatural. In horror films, this effect is especially useful because it can create monsters or threats that seem terrifyingly real without needing expensive computer-generated imagery. Instead, filmmakers position actors or objects at just the right distance from the camera and adjust the focus and angles. For example, a small actor can be made to look like a giant monster looming over a scene, or a tiny prop can appear to be an enormous, threatening object. This manipulation of scale makes the scene feel more unsettling and uncanny. Forced perspective taps into our primal fears of the unknown and the unnatural. When something looks out of proportion, our minds instinctively sense danger or discomfort. It makes us feel vulnerable because what we see doesn't match our expectations of reality. This is why it's so effective in horror. It makes the audience believe in the threat, even if it's just an illusion. Compared to CGI, which can sometimes look too perfect or artificial, practical effects like forced perspective feel more real. When you see a physical object or actor manipulated in front of the camera, it creates a tangible presence that viewers can connect with. CGI can sometimes break the immersion because it looks too clean or digital. Practical effects ground the horror in reality, making the scares more convincing. Filmmakers often combine forced perspective with other techniques like strategic lighting, specific camera angles, and slow camera movements. For instance, a low-angle shot can make a creature look towering and dominant, increasing the feeling of dread. Moving the camera slowly while revealing the scene can build suspense as the illusion becomes clearer. This careful planning makes the scene more intense and memorable. In the end, forced perspective is a simple yet clever way to create disturbing illusions that amplify the atmosphere of fear. It relies on real, physical effects rather than digital tricks, which keeps the horror feeling more immediate and visceral. This technique allows filmmakers to craft moments that stick with viewers long after the scene ends, making horror movies more chilling and effective.